What is going on, guys? I'm sorry for the late narration. I've been busy, like I said before. Family things came up around Christmas, which I was not expecting at all. So that's why I haven't been uploading lately. But anyways, I got a match here against Cool Trainer T. He's now known as RetroMushroom. His channel got hacked recently, so if you guys were subscribed to him or you guys want to go check him out after this, his link will be in the description. But anyways, he wanted a rematch because I beat him once in Ubers, and he said if we could have an RU match, that'd be cool. I was like, yeah, no problem. So broke up the RU team, and as you can see from both of our teams, they're both similar in the sense that we are using hazard-based teams. We both have a shuffler in the form of Drudy Gun, and we both have a spin blocker in the form of Spirit Tomb. But looking at his team, I figured he would most likely want to lead with the Excelgor, just because Excelgor is a very fast suicide spike lead. So I'm going to choose to lead with my Scarf Magnetric, and I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower here first turn, because I don't want him getting up spikes on my side of the field, just because I don't have a spinner, and spikes and Stealth Rocks and other hazards will really wear down this team really fast. But he's actually going to go for the Yawn here to shuffle me out, and what I should have done is I should have stayed in, and I should have gone for another Flamethrower instead of switching out here, because my Uxie actually does carry Heal Bell, and I could have just finished him off with a Flamethrower and would have not had these 2 layers of spikes on the field. But that's all in hindsight now. I'm just going to go for the U-turn here to finish him off. And I figured I should go back out into my Magnetric here, just knowing that, you know, whatever he wants to bring in, I should be able to handle it accordingly. His Typhlosion is Scarfed, and he wants to bring that in. I should be able to outpace it just due to natural base speeds. But anyways, he's going to bring in his Rhydon here, and because me switching is pretty obvious, I'm going to choose to stay in and go for the HP Grass, figuring I can get a huge amount of damage off on this thing. And that is exactly what happens. He predicts my switch, and he goes for his Stealth Rocks. And I figured he's going to want to hold on to this thing for just a little bit longer, because it is his physical wall. So I'm going to choose to go into my Uxie here and predict his Roselia switch in, which is exactly what happens yet again. So I kind of got a little bit of an advantage at this point, but his Roselia set, I didn't really know what kind of set it was. I wanted to find out if it was like Sleep Powder or Toxic Spikes or what it was doing. But he shows me here that he has spikes, which I thought was a little weird to have 2 spikes that are on the same team. But, you know, to each his own. I'm going to go for the U-turn here, though, because I am afraid of his Spirit Tube coming in and trapping my Uxie in here if it is the offensive set. So, U-turn out. I'm going to go into my Drudy Gun here because I figured after I got my Stealth Rocks up, I should be able to start shuffling around. But he is going to go for the Leech Seed here to get some residual damage going, restores Roselia's health. And not only that, but it kind of defeats the purpose of me shuffling just because Stealth Rocks does about 12%, I believe, if it is an unresisted switch-in. So I just want to shake off the Leech Seed here, as that's why I'm going to go back into my Uxie here, as he is just going to go for a Sludge Bomb, obviously, because Drudy Gun resists its other stab. So at this point, I figured I might as well test the waters, just kind of seeing, you know, what he wants to do with this Roselia, how much he's willing to expand it at this point. So I'm going to try my luck, and I'm going to go for a Psychic, get a nice amount of damage off on that thing, considering I'm not invested, and that is a Roselia. But he's going to go for the Leech Seed here, obviously to get some residual damage, restores health, all that good stuff. And here, I was contemplating whether I should go for a second Psychic or not, but I figured I might as well try, as he does choose to stay in, and I do end up getting the Spadef drop, which is definitely going to influence his move next turn, as you are about to see. But anyways, he's just going to go for a Giga Drain again to get his health back in conjunction with Leech Seed recovery, and now puts him just at a little bit over half. So here, because he did get the Spadef drop last turn, I am predicting him to switch out into a Spirit Tomb to resist it. So I'm going to go for the U-turn here. And even if he did decide to stay in, I could have gone out into my Magnetric and I could have handled it accordingly there. But anyways, he does go into his Spirit Tomb, and I decided to go into my Choice Banded Aerodactyl here, mainly to kind of figure out if he is an offensive set or if he is a more defensive build. But since he showed Shadow Sneak there, I'm figuring he's definitely going to be a more offensive set, most likely the Choice Banded set. So I'm just going to fire off an Earthquake here. Again, I was just kind of testing to see what kind of Spirit Tomb this was. So anyways, at this point I figured might as well try to go into my Drudy Gun, maybe see if I can kill him with the rough skin damage, because I thought I might have been able to, but I just barely miss out on the KO, and unfortunately I do lose my Shuffler. But that's okay, because it's time to bring out the MVP of this match, my Spiritomb here, and I sped this part up just a little bit, just because it is this is just basically Spiritomb just putting in massive amounts of work here. So my Spiritomb here, it's a defensive build with max HP, max special defense I believe, and it is a Rest Talk set with Calm Mind and Dark Pulse. So I know I could take at least one Shadow Sneak and go for the rest to get all my health back, as he is now going to bring in his Typhlosion here. I am just going to go for the Sleep Talk in hopes of pulling a Calm Mind or a Dark Pulse. End up pulling Rest, no big deal. But anyways, he's going to go for the Eruption here. Now, I'm not entirely sure which would have done more, an Eruption at that amount of health, or maybe a Fire Blast or something. But anyways, gonna go for Sleep Talk. Gonna end up pulling the Calm Mind, which is good for me, because now I know I will definitely be able to take one more Eruption. And since this was my second turn of sleep, I know I'll be waking up next turn, so I figured I might as well just fire off a Dark Pulse here. If he wants to stay in, he can definitely take a good chunk from that, because Typhlosion isn't exactly the most bulkiest thing on the planet. But he chooses to switch out, he switches into his Drudigon, and that does almost half to it, which I was kind of surprised, to be honest. But anyways, figuring since that thing probably just has negative priority moves, I believe I went for another Dark Pulse here, but he makes the good play here, and he switches out into his own Spiritomb as a Death Fodder, just to kind of see what I wanted to do. But anyways, now he's going to bring back in his Roselia, and at this point I kind of was trying to figure out in my head, I was like, alright, can a Spiritomb take on a Roselia one-on-one? And I figured in the situation and with my set and my build, I should be able to take this thing one-on-one. So, gonna go for a Dark Pulse here, just kind of to judge, to see if I need to set up a couple more Calm Minds, just also to see how much health he'll be getting back from the Leech Seed and whatnot. This was just basically me scouting to see just how much more setup do I need in order to take this thing on one-on-one. So I figured the plan here was to go for a couple more Calm Minds, give myself up maybe to +2 or +3, and I should be able to take this Roselia on one-on-one. But at this point, because of Giga Drains and Leech Seed residual damage, my health is going down here. So I'm thinking next turn after this Dark Pulse, I'm more than likely want to go for a rest to get my HP back up and start letting Sleep Talk take its luck and just see what I can pull. So he's going to continue to go for the Giga Drain here, as this turn I am going to choose to go for the rest. Like I said, I'm figuring at this point I should be able to take this thing one-on-one if I can get one more Calm Mind up, but that's all in the hands of fate now. I honestly need to pull a Calm Mind or a Dark Pulse to start finishing this thing off. So here, he's going to switch out into his Drudigon, as I am going to go for the Sleep Talk, and I believe I pull a Rest here. Yes, I do. And now, this is the most important play of the battle by far. If I do not pull a Dark Pulse this turn, he will be able to roar me out, Dragon Tail me out, he'll be able to shuffle me out in some way, and I will have to find another way around this. So, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk, and Spiritomb knows its one job on this team is to just be an obnoxious wall, pulls the Dark Pulse, gets rid of that Drudigon, and now he literally has nothing on his team to take a +2 Spiritomb. I mean, he's going to bring in his Typhlosion here, because the Stealth Rock's bringing him down to around half. He's now going to lock himself into Fire Blast, and as you're going to see, that does almost nothing to my Spiritomb, as I am just going to go for the Dark Pulse here, able to take that thing out in one hit, clean KO, and now I believe he brings in his Roselia for better hopes of walling me, but as you're about to see, even at +2, and even with Giga Drains, I think it's a 2-hit KO, I believe. But yeah, he's not even at half, so gonna go for a Dark Pulse here. Definitely take that thing down, just barely miss out on the KO. As, you know, Leech Seed's still racking up all these after turn effects. My goodness, there's so many, I just noticed them now. But anyways, he's gonna go for a Giga Drain here, because I'm at +2 and I am specially defensive, that's not doing anything to me. As, I'm just gonna go for a Dark Pulse here, and I'm just gonna take him out at this point. So, yeah, all he has left now is his Rhydon, and I thought this was kind of funny. He outsped my Spiritomb, so I was just like, oh, Spiritomb can't get a sweep, I guess. But it doesn't matter at this rate, because I am going to bring in my Quillfish here, and he is going to run because he knows that there is nothing he can do. I still have, I think I had everything but Drudigon and Spiritomb left on my team. So yeah, that was a good rematch, Cool T. If you want to play again, we can definitely do that sometime. But yeah, guys, go check him out. His link will be in the description. And for those of you who do not know, I plan to stream tomorrow. So yeah, be on the lookout for a stream video from me sometime. So that's all, guys. Sorry for the late upload again, but I will see you guys later. Bye.